Namaste, Star Family. Welcome to the Matrix Oracle. My name is Audrey. This is a collective energy reading for the Muse of History. Her name is Cleo. She is in your natal chart going to reveal to you what people recognize you're known for. So there's a little bit of fame it factor with this muse, and there's also a relationship to storytelling, because history, it's about how your embodiment tells a story and how you perpetuate or change that story. The previous cycle for Muse Cleo in Aquarius, there was a lot of messages about this new era awaiting. So there was a lot of shift with the Aquarius energy that now in shifting Muse Cleo in Pisces in Western astrology. So the transit is April 8th to May 28th, 2025. You're going to see how you're wanting to embody that new era, those new timelines, those new stories that you want to share through your sacred vessel. Now we're going to look at this invitation from this muse looking at the stars. This is Muse Cleo's entry at 0 degree in Pisces, and you can see that she is in that first house energy. First house energy will be the womb energy that creates ultimately your physical body. So I love that we have this factor, and we have Pluto, okay, the master teacher of transformation that is also in this womb energy. So pretty much what we shared about the cycle previously in Aquarius, helping with this new timeline, because we're shifting our frequency of thoughts, of belief system, how now it has been kind of like preparing in a gestative process, this new cycle where we're going to really feel the resonance of our soul, of our spirit through the physical body. Muse Cleo here is squaring Uranus. Uranus just entered the last 5 degrees of Taurus, and this is all about introspection. Turning the light towards the self, okay? So instead of hyper-focusing on the outside, focusing within. And this is what Muse Cleo is going to be teaching through this transit, is how, through turning the light in, within, you're able to create more space for your soul to align to those highest timelines of joy, of unconditional love. The process of creating this space is being guided by the moon in the 7th house, in that Quincunx energy, which is a line of tension to the whole cluster that we have in that 2nd house. So Venus is retrograde, we have Saturn, we have Mercury that is just going direct, okay? And then we have the collective North Node and Neptune. So this whole cluster here that was already about quantum leaping, especially from the standpoint of our nervous system, because we are releasing the wounds of the past and we are now anchoring the renewed patterns that are going through the nervous system, okay? So the challenge here, okay, is that through this transit, what could be sometimes bringing tension is through our relationship, okay, making sure that we are still holding beliefs that are in alignment with the renewed version of ourselves and not letting ourselves fall vibrationally back into those old patterns. There's a lot of truth, authenticity that comes from this moon placement, and that's going to be so supportive to create that space for those higher timelines, but especially to the level that your body is able to anchor this frequency. So ultimately, your body is going to be telling a different story. The archetype of Pisces is the last on this wheel. So there is a sense of completion that brings back the teaching of this muse that is about storytelling, that is about history, your stories, the stories you've lived, whether this lifetime, past lifetime, and what people used to know you for. Okay, so there's a sense of refreshment, of renewal by unifying everything that you've learned through this cycle. Some of you may wonder, what is this new story that I'm going to be anchoring, channeling through me? Good question. And this is where I would tell you, let spirit rock your world. What I mean by this is that through the process of wanting to align to your most authentic self, we have this strong invitation and almost finger from the universe. You can see it here by looking at the yod, aka finger of God, going to Jupiter. You have two green dotted lines from the MC, your public life, and the AC, how you're rising into this greater version to be in alignment with your most authentic self. Authenticity is love in motion. That is channeling even greater frequency than love itself, because that means you are moving through love. You are being guided and expressing love through everything that you're doing. This is how spirit is going to express to you, show you how to anchor this new story, those new frequencies, this new timeline, and your greater nervous system. If you're wondering where this muse is in your chart, please look in the video description where you have all the step-by-step to find her. And now I'm going to move on to the exclusive part for the Goddess and Starseed Rise Up part of the membership. If that's something that interests you, you'll find a link there and also just below the join option so you can have access to those messages. Thank you so much for your presence. Please remember to sprinkle some love on those videos, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss a reading. Bye!